Imagine this, Kazakh warriors on horseback reaching the shores of America long before Christopher Columbus. Picture the scene, the vast uncharted coastline, the waves crashing against the shore, and these brave warriors clad in traditional attire, gazing at the new world before them. It's a captivating thought, isn't it? The idea stirs the imagination and makes us wonder about the endless possibilities of human exploration and adventure. The idea of ancient Kazakh explorers crossing vast oceans and setting foot on a new continent is full of adventure and mystery. It challenges our understanding of history and makes us question what we know about the past. But is there any truth to this claim? Could it be that these nomadic horsemen, known for their skills in archery and horseback riding, ventured across the seas? As with any intriguing idea, we need to look at the evidence before we jump to conclusions. Historical records, archaeological findings, and ancient maps all play a crucial role in uncovering the truth. History is filled with incredible stories, but it's also full of myths and legends. These tales often blend fact and fiction, making it challenging to discern the reality. The story of Kazakhs discovering America before Columbus is one such tale that has been passed down through generations. It's a story that has captured the imagination of many, but how much of it is true? While it's a fascinating idea, it's important to separate fact from fiction. We must critically analyze the sources and evidence to understand the reality behind the story. That's what we're going to do today. Put on our detective hats and examine the evidence. We'll delve into historical documents, scrutinize artifacts, and explore ancient maps to uncover the truth behind this captivating tale. To understand this claim, we need to know who the Kazakhs were and delve into their rich history and culture, and where they lived. Imagine a vast open grassland stretching as far as the eye can see, a seemingly endless expanse of green and gold under a wide blue sky. That's the steppe of Central Asia, the homeland of the Kazakhs. This land, with its rolling hills and boundless horizons, was their world. For centuries they lived as nomadic herders, moving their flocks of sheep, horses, and camels across these grasslands. Their way of life was dictated by the seasons and the availability of pasture. Their lives were deeply connected to the land and its resources. They relied on the natural bounty of the steppe for their survival, using every part of the animals they herded. During the 15th century, the time period we're interested in, the Kazakhs were a tribal people. They organized themselves into clans and tribes, each with its own leaders and customs. They were skilled horsemen and warriors, known for their archery and horsemanship. Their ability to ride and fight on horseback was legendary, making them formidable opponents in battle. They didn't have large ships or advanced navigational tools. Instead, they mastered the art of overland travel, navigating the vast steppe with an intimate knowledge of the terrain. Their lives revolved around the steppe, and their journeys were mostly overland, following ancient migration routes. These routes were passed down through generations, ensuring the survival of their nomadic way of life. So where did the idea of Kazakhs reaching America originate? Like many myths, its origins are a bit murky. There's no concrete evidence to suggest that this journey actually took place. The story seems to stem from a combination of factors: folklore, speculation, and perhaps even a bit of wishful thinking. Some point to similarities in certain cultural practices or artifacts between indigenous populations in America and Central Asia. However, these similarities can often be explained by convergent evolution, the idea that different cultures facing similar challenges might develop similar solutions independently. Without concrete archaeological or historical evidence, these similarities alone can't prove a connection. Section 4. The Vikings and Others. Verified Voyages to America. Now, we know that Christopher Columbus wasn't the first person to set foot in America. There's strong evidence that the Vikings, led by Leif Erikson, reached North America around the year 1000 AD, almost 500 years before Columbus. They established a short-lived settlement in what is now Newfoundland, Canada. There's also evidence that other groups, like the Polynesian people, may have reached the Americas before Columbus. These voyages, though impressive, were all made across much smaller bodies of water than the Pacific Ocean, which separates Asia from the Americas. Section 5. An Ocean Away, the Challenges of Crossing the Pacific. Let's think about the practicalities. The Pacific Ocean, with its vast expanse and unpredictable weather, has always posed significant challenges to those who dared to cross it. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean on Earth. It covers more than 63 million square miles and reaches depths of over 36,000 feet in the Mariana Trench. This immense body of water separates continents and has been a formidable barrier throughout history. Crossing it would have been an incredibly difficult feat for anyone in the 15th century, let alone a nomadic people like the Kazakhs. These people were accustomed to the vast, open steppes of Central Asia, not the unpredictable and often violent waters of the Pacific. It would require navigating vast distances without modern maps, compasses, or seafaring technology. Imagine trying to find your way across an ocean without GPS, relying only on the stars and rudimentary maps that were often inaccurate. Remember, the Kazakhs were primarily land-based people. Their lives revolved around the steppes, where they herded livestock and moved with the seasons. The skills they honed were suited to land navigation and survival, not maritime exploration. Their expertise lay in navigating the steppes, not the open ocean. They were masters of their environment, but the ocean was an entirely different challenge, one that required a different set of skills and knowledge. Building and sailing ships capable of such a journey would have required a level of technology and resources that they simply didn't possess at the time. Shipbuilding was a complex and resource-intensive process, and the Kazakhs' nomadic lifestyle didn't lend itself to such endeavors. The journey would have been fraught with peril storms, lack of food and fresh water, and the sheer immensity of the ocean. The Pacific's vastness meant that any voyage would be long and arduous, with no guarantee of success. The challenges were immense and the risks were high. Section 6. Myth versus reality, sticking to the evidence. So, while the idea of Kazakhs reaching America before Columbus is an exciting one, there's no historical or archaeological evidence to support it. It's crucial to approach such claims with a healthy dose of skepticism, and to rely on evidence-based history. History is a fascinating puzzle, and sometimes we don't have all the pieces, but that doesn't mean we should fill in the gaps with speculation or unfounded claims. It's important to stick to the evidence we have, archaeological findings, historical records, and scientific analysis, to paint the most accurate picture of the past. Section 7. Be a history detective. Question everything, learn more. Remember, history is not just a collection of facts, it's an ongoing investigation. It's about asking questions, examining evidence, and being open to new discoveries. So the next time you hear an extraordinary claim about the past, don't just accept it at face value. Channel your inner history detective. Ask questions, do your research, and see if the evidence adds up. The more you question and explore, the more you'll discover about the fascinating and complex story of our past. And who knows, maybe you'll even uncover some historical mysteries of your own.